Hey, what's going on? It's your girl Vanessa Smilez, and we are live on the Smile 69 Network show. And today we are going to be talking about sexual formulas. Yes, all of these things, A plus B equals C, all that nonsense. We're going to be covering Ray J, a girl who tried to run her baby daddy over in Cincinnati, a lady who got a train ran on her, and we are also going to be covering the details on Fabio Foreign and figure out what the fuck he's down low or not. I have no fucking idea. But we will have our beautiful, beautiful co-host on the check-in. This is Ruby Reynolds, Lady D, Priscinda, and also Tay Lit. We will see y'all back in a second after our timer runs through. And stay tuned, stay in the chat room, and put some pens up in the chat room. See you in a bit. Hey, what's up? It's your girl Vanessa Smilez.
We are the Smile 69 Network with the sexy, sexy producer and lead host, Vanessa Smilez. And you know who I am. It's your girl, Priscinda.
To freedom!
You've tuned into Smile 69 Network.
You can tell their mom is a whore and a damn slut because the daughter is a damn dumb, backwards, wayward ass, double clutching, double dick sucking slut. And I'll whoop his ass tomorrow.
So fine, Smile 69. Go check these fine ladies out on the Smile 69 Network. They get it in.
What you drinking?
Smile 69 Network is on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. Also on Facebook.com/Smile 69 Network.
Everything is everything, right? Everything is falling. Let me bring in my beautiful co-hosts, Tay Lit, Priscinda, Lady D, and also Ruby. What's going on, guys?
Hey, V, how you doing today, baby?
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Hello, tribe.
Okay, here we go. Now I can hear you. I'm so sorry about that. What did you say,
Hello to the
Priscinda? I
tribe.
missed it.
I said, how are you, V? And hello to the tribe.
I am good. I am
Hey,
good.
Priscinda. Hi,
Mwah,
V.
Lady D.
Hey,
Hey.
Tay. Hey, Ruby.
Any
Ruby.
quick life updates? I'll go first. Okay, Miss Minister Lady D. Okay. I backslid like a bitch. I was taking this journey with you. I backslid through my celibacy plan. This happened over a week ago. I called Priscinda the morning after. And I said, oh my God, what have I done to myself? I said I was not going to have sex. And then I had sex.
And I told her not to be hard on herself.
Yeah, don't be hard on yourself.
I'm sorry, Priscinda. What were you saying?
I said, remember, I told you not to be hard on yourself about it.
You did say that. You said, don't be hard on myself. And
Nope.
I made sure that I was not going to do that. I worked on trying to not do that. And honestly, every time in life when we all make mistakes, if you are focusing on the mistakes that you're making, you do your best to make sure you are not repeating the same mistakes, doing it better or doing it differently or putting new measures in your life so that you're like, hey, I tried to use this to stop. Okay, that didn't work. So now we can't do even this. Like there's levels to it. So I don't know. I just try to look at it as a different way to approach it, even through like the failures type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's...
Can I tell you what my grandma Mary used to tell me?
Oh, please.
Whenever I would tell her about a mistake that I made, she said, baby, if you live long enough, you're going to make plenty more.
Okay.
And ever since then, I'm like, you know what? I made a mistake. Oh, well, moving on.
That's right.
Because if you live long enough, you will make plenty more.
God willing, if we are blessed to, we will definitely be doing that. Oh my God. So I wanted to talk about sexual formula based on everything that's been going on. And I wanted to check in, Ruby, how are you doing? I know you've been doing a lot of things in your life personally and stuff like that. So, and we missed you on the vabbing episode, or vaping, sorry, if I want to repeat that.
Yeah.
That's when the girls are dabbing here and then they're putting it on so they could attract more people. Please, give us your take on vabbing. Are you for it, against it? What's going on with you, Ruby? Where do you stand? Let me see.
But it makes sense scientifically. I mean, how would you even know unless it's like super stanky? You wouldn't even notice it.
And then I don't know if that's vabbing still, right?
Yeah, well,
that's disgusting.
People get sweaty. There's secreting all kinds of fluids. It's fine. People try to say, "Oh, you can catch something from it." You actually can't. It's very hard to. You can catch anything from anybody, from any contact. Maybe don't be like licking people's necks if you don't think, if you're worried about catching
if it's
something.
not for you, right?
Yeah. But I think it's funny, and it's like something that people have been doing for forever, and now all of a sudden everyone's acting like it's news, and it's like, man, I was reading Glamour magazine in the 90s as a child, and there was a tip that said you should do that during sex.
During sex?
To make things better. And I when I was younger, I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, so dragging it across your face during sex?
During sex?
No, you just dip it. You just, you do a little dip, and then they said to put it like right here on the guy. Just
like underneath his.
Yeah.
Well, casually. You know what? That was what and I mentioned this in the episode. Like that was what when I was with somebody that's what they used to do. They used to put their hands in my pants, rub their hands on my vagina, and then just go like that, and they'd be like, "Oh, I'm good for the day." I didn't even know that men cared enough about the smell of my vagina at that point. I was young, and I was just like, "Oh, that's a thing." Like, Tay, is this a thing? Is this really is this a thing that you guys are into?
What? Thoroughly explain what you guys are talking about. What's dabbing?
Dabbing is where a female takes her hand, dabs it on her vagina or secretions, and then she puts it all over her body as a scent or as a perfume, so that she can attract her male partner. Does the vagina scent attract you? Is my question.
I did not know that was a thing. So
breaking news. Me too.
I'm kind of clueless to that, but I don't know that. I don't know about that, man. Depends on what does your vagina smell like? Because if it smells terrible, it's not gonna be turned. I'm not gonna be turned on by that. I like women that smell good, that's shaved. Like
it smells nice.
I can't even it's certain sanitary requirements that I need to have before I even think about oral sex on a woman. I'm sorry,
But wouldn't you want to know ahead of time if it was bad?
Yes.
So if she dabs it here, you go in to like give her a hug, and you're like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
That's the easy first red signal.
Wait, I said I never heard of that. So y'all put me on to something this now. I didn't know that was a thing. So
I had learned as well. I definitely had.
Well, Tay, I think it's nasty. There you go.
Yes, Priscilla's verdict was that it was nasty, and I was like, I just know niggas who do it, and I don't mind if they dab themselves. We got a couple of chats coming in. Shout out to Tennessee Women's in the building. He says, "What up, V? What up, Priscilla? What up, Ruby? What up, Lady D? What up, Tay? Salute.
Yo, what up?
And
man?
then he also says, sounds like she making herself like in the wild. That's some National Geographic shit. Bitches is crazy. Okay.
That's a good one.
I'm not against it. If a nigga gonna put his face there, hey, do what you. I'm not dabbing myself though. Now, if you want to take your hand, do what you know. But yeah, we've done the vabbing thing. I wanted to get into some other things. There's this viral video now of this lady who's at a bar and she's being picked up. And a lot of people are shocked because she's of a decent size and she didn't miss her vegetables, just like I did. And this man was able to handle her. So you guys take a look at this. Yes.
All right.
Did you guys see the magic? Did you
Live
guys
your
see
best
the
life,
magic?
Oh, that
Oh
was
my
wonderful.
That's why you do bench presses.
Oh,
I
that's
was
what
gonna
happened.
say, is that because that's at the strip club, right?
It looked like a regular bar, actually, that they were
All
showing
right.
this at. That's what it's really looking like for the most part. Now, I do have a question for you guys in regards to this video, right? I wanted to ask, how can a woman help a man picking her up? That could be the first one, right? What are the proper clothes to wear, or well, what clothes can a female wear that's proper in order for her to be picked up? And finally, our best memories of getting picked up or picking up someone else. Please, please, and please. Who would like to go first? Or any of the questions? Memories of being picked up. How can a woman help a man pick her up? And what's the proper clothes to be worn while you're getting picked up?
I have some good memories being picked up. Yeah.
Please,
Okay, go Priscilla.
Yeah, and I don't even like a man that can't pick me up. That's the first decision I make about whether or not we're gonna have any kind of sex at all. If you can't pick me up, then that means you already can't handle what's about to happen. So
you're not ready for the team.
No, I start there.
But,
no, first I start with the kiss. If you can't kiss, then we can't do anything.
Yeah.
I understand that too. But that's why Kevin Samuels had that weight requirement thing.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to a black man that made some money on YouTube. That's what I got for Kevin Samuels. But you know what? I guess, and maybe there's some truth to how the weight could make a female insecure, or sometimes weight makes a man more comfortable, quote unquote. Because that's why for me, this video is shocking, because usually on outings, when I've seen people get picked up, it's usually the little girls, like little, small, tiny, petite, girls that get picked up at clubs and shit like that.
Can I say something about that? I personally find that weird that a dude would just want to randomly pick up a woman. I don't do things like that. Like I'm real smooth. I be trying to be on my Billy D type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I'm not on some real touchy feely when I first meet you type thing. I think that's weird when a dude wants to just pick you up and
especially if I don't know you.
I am.
Right.
They
In
both
front of everybody. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like.
And now my ass is in the air in public, which I just do not find ladylike.
To be fair, I think she was well prepared for this. I don't think she
exactly.
She was
I
prepared.
think so too.
Yeah, look at
she was bent over.
Down. Stay ready.
Yeah,
I'm surprised the boobs didn't pop out though. That's what I was shocked about.
I feel like a woman can wear anything she feel comfortable in. If you feel confident enough, if you're comfortable enough to put it on, then wear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, who is to say put it on or not? Whether to other people it may not look good to them, but how do you feel in it? That's what matters. Girl, do you feel good? Girl, put the shit on then,
And you know what's crazy? Feeling good is nice, but I think that these shorts were a terrible option for her, for me. Like, because I think if a dude's picking me up, I need some spandex. Like, I need to be able to these jeans don't look stretchable. Like maybe I'm traumatized from my white shirt that got ripped at the party years ago. But when I look at this, I'm like, it could look like she's bending over to twerk, and then the nigga just grab her, and so now she feels like she got to do a whole full handstand. But I'm like, it worked out good, but I don't think shorts are best for like.
I don't think she knew that it was gonna happen. That's why I think she said, "Well, I better do a handstand."
Three and some change, man. That's not an easy feat. I don't even know if I would have did that. I might have dropped it.
That's why I say he bold.
The only time
you might have dropped. Let me tell y'all something. When I was a big girl, that's all the guys would do was pick me up. They like that stuff. Okay, they like that fluffy stuff. They like picking big girls up because they like the just like when I was a big girl too, a lot of men with the big penises would like mess with me. You know what I'm saying? But once I got to like a regular size, then all the small penis guys would like start talking to me. But as a big woman, I had more big penis men approach me and mess with me than as a regular size woman. But they like picking big girls up. They like to be able to be like, can I handle it or not? You know what I'm saying? So
do you think that that's sort of like, big dick energy?
Is
that what's happening?
Think so.
I think he's giving that.
It's like a macho thing. Like, can I handle it or not, or they know it's like a surprise to the big girl. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it was like surprise. This is what I got for you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
I don't know if you ladies have ever been to a male strip club, but I've been a couple of times by force. But I noticed that, like, and I used to think to myself, God, male strippers are really fucking strong because they're always picking some big bitch up and tossing her in the air and flipping her around. I'm like, what kind of workout is that?
I'm gonna say something about male strippers. The thing about male strippers is that a lot of them dudes are gay. I'm starting to realize that because I've been around them.
No, you're right.
Another thing that a lot of them are terrible at porn. That's the reason why I got put on, because when I was first starting out as a porn star, I was a dude that used to come and basically take over when the other male talent couldn't work. That's back when I first started with DWAS. And it's always a stripper type dude. That's what the girls want first. I'm not always the first choice. I'm probably like the second or the third choice. You know what I mean? But every time I had to step up, I always killed more than he did. And he looks,
because the desire is there for you.
Well, the reason why I always thought they were all gay, because there's no way you're straight and you're rubbing all over women like that and you're never erect. And I'm like, that don't no judgment, but I'm just saying. Like no judgment tag, like right? But I'm saying.
Well, there's also an element of like stage fright, because that happens even in porn, even when you're like, I'm ready to do work, and then this is what I'm gonna do. Guys, like maybe not half the time, but a little more than you'd think. They need to take a little breather, or take some time to themselves, or like refocus their energy, because they're just.
Or sometimes they have to bust a nut before they get there just to make themselves feel comfortable.
Funny.
Yeah. Or you have to do a fake nut.
Or fake nut, right? I have to do we have to do fake nuts now because he's not comfortable anymore. So it happens.
Yeah. You see, it said, "Damn, Tay's a stunt double in porn movie." Yes, that's how I started, bro. When I first started in porn, I was a dude that had to come and handle the work, because like basically with DWAS, he used to shoot in a high-end apartment in Chelsea, Manhattan. I lived in Harlem. So all I had to do was just take the A train. I'm there in like 15, 20 minutes. So every time a dude couldn't perform, hey, Tay, can you come in right quick? Okay. I came in, did what I did. And, you know what I'm saying?
I called Tay. Tay came through. He was quicker than me. I was like, God damn. This is
I love that there's such a thing as a stunt double in porn. Who would ever think? See, I love the shit I learned on here.
Beautiful. Let me get this.
I'm not a stunt double. I was just the dude that stepped in when they couldn't perform. And it's, like I said, it was always the stripper type dude. Like that's why I started realizing. That's when I started finding out, oh, these dudes is gay. That's why they can't really be around women, because they're fucking gay. That's why they can do the things that they do.
Right.
I mean, no funny shit. A lot of I know a lot of these dudes, like they hit me up, they be wanting to hang out with me because they think that since I'm a porn star, I want to hang out with them, and like no disrespect, but no, bro, I'm not into that shit that y'all do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a regular dude. And
you know, sometimes
listen to me, I'm a regular dude that just end up doing porn just for shits and giggles, and I end up making some money from it. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna keep hustling. Like a lot of these things that these dudes do, I'm not into swinger parties. I'm not into none of that shit. I do this shit.
Everybody got their thing, and everybody have a different. I always say a different entrance into how they even get into porn. Like some people come through the swinger party, some people come through just knowing somebody. Some people come through the strip clubs. So there's all different. Some people come from college. I'm just saying, like there's all from church. Like there's all different ways that people are joining into, you know, the porn industry and the sex industry, and that sometimes dictates what they're going to be, you know, gravitating towards. For me, I've never understood male strippers because I'm not attracted to men who approach me in that way. I like too much of a nigga who slaps the shit out of me too much, so that don't really work out with strippers. They usually stripper niggas don't really slap bitches, so they don't really both do the same thing sometimes, but that's just where I'm at in life. Unfortunately, I like to be beat. I don't know what's wrong with me. Somebody help me.
Somebody help me.
I just like to be beat. I don't know why. I do. But Kennedy Williams says, I'll pick Priscinda up with no hand. I would let the 2x4 pick her up.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Shout out to Kennedy Williams. Chris Jones says, it looks like to me more that she can pick him up more than he can pick her up. Yes. Even though he did pick her up for that moment, for that second, it seems like he was struggling a little bit, but just to pick her up, just saying. Oh, so you gotta, you said, what is it, Tay? He got to work on his arms. Is that what it is? He got to work on his arms?
Hold up, man. A lot of these dudes got to realize something, man. like you said, that's a fetish. A lot of dudes like big girls. They be lying on the low.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
Shout out to
But
Champagne.
my thing is too is like with the whole dressing in public thing. Sometimes I feel like some of these big girls be bugging, but at the same time, who am I to tell them what they should wear? But you know, I'm more conservative. Like a lot of people don't even know I do porn until they find out by somebody else hating on me. There's always somebody hating on me that's trying to put me out there.
Priscinda has watched that happen to me. Like there's a lot of times where no one not a clue, and she's like, they will never guess you. She's like
all the time,
and it happens that way for a lot of different industries. Champagne says, "What's up, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on, Champagne?" And Kennedy Williams says, "I get what you're saying, Tay. I just had to throw my fuck shit in there." And she said, "I can't." She said, "Champagne says I can't double stunt. I can't I can't come in on a double stunt in porn. Oh my god!" And she also says male strippers do too much. I will have to kind of agree with that just a little bit because male strippers sometimes do a lot. But I wanted to get into the next topic that I wanted to cover, which is Fabio Foreign. His baby mother has recently gone viral for sharing some of her grievances about you know, what has transpired. She is trying to allege that he is down low based on some porn history, and I got wanted to ask you guys some questions about that because I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Hold on one second. Let's bring it on in here. So this is Fabio Foreign's baby mama, and she is now going to speak a little bit on her situation that's happening with Fabio Foreign.
History. It was mad gay history. Besides the porn history, this has been happening for like 2 years already. And I have a gay best friend for those who don't know. While we fucking, this happened for 2 years already. While we fucking, he will fuck up. As in, the first couple times, I just thought like he was just fucking up. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm saying fuck up as in, you know, we talk when we fuck. We talk nasty. So instead of saying like this my pussy, like he'll say this my dick or give me that dick, like you know it. And at first I was like, oh, you know, maybe because I'm saying dick, he's probably saying dick after me, confusing it. Like I'm not thinking nothing of it. Like you know, I never experienced no shit like that. Like deal with a DL nigga, like nothing. And I was just maybe he's confusing it. That's it. Like, nothing big. But he kept doing it. Whoever's pregnant by him right now, go get an abortion right now because y'all gonna suffer. And I'm saying that because right now, I think he got like 2 bitches pregnant right now. Like, he's around. He gets around. He fucks everything, and he does not use a condom. He does not. And he be burning because I've seen him a few times with a Band-Aid on the top of his butt. Y'all know what that means. With a Band-Aid right on top of his butt cheek. A couple times. Like, he will get burned and go to the fucking clinic and come back like nothing. Like, you wasn't gonna tell me? Thank God I don't be fucking him like that. I never caught nothing from him. Thank God I don't be fucking him like that. I don't. He's never here. And when he's here, I sleep on the couch. Or I'll make him sleep on the couch. Like, I gotta be careful. Like, this man is like a sex addict. He's a sex addict because he likes to fuck everything.
Yeah, so he is reporting live from his baby mama's page. I guess that's where we are in the world. Yes, I have 3. Shout out to Champagne on the check-in. She says that fake ass disclaimer. I have gay friends. Stop it, sis. You're a hater. Hello. Oh, I wanted to get to that a little bit because sometimes people allow their gay friends.
She's lying, B.
Yo, it's so crazy because I want to break this story down and like I have 3 questions, right? I always write these shits out, whether you guys want to answer it or not, but it's here. I wanted to ask what, and I'll break this up too. What does a man's or woman's porn history say about them? What's the wildest thing you've seen in porn? And what the fuck does a Band-Aid on the butt mean?
Well,
anyone. I'll go first.
Yes. Well, you know, let me hear from Ruby because I didn't get a chance to hear from her first. And then Tay, you'll go right afterwards.
Yeah, your search history means nothing. Everyone's got fucking wild taste, and sometimes you just try shit to try shit. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's not even your favorite thing, but it's there, so why not check it out? It doesn't say anything unless it's something illegal. Who fucking cares? There's straight people who watch gay porn. Well, at least I know a lot of people won't admit to that, but a lot of straight women who watch lesbian porn. almost exclusively sometimes. Does that mean that they're lesbians? No. And I'm sure guys won't admit it, but I'm sure a lot of guys do the same shit. So it doesn't fucking matter. Some people like to watch shit with ogres in it. I don't know. There's all kinds of weird shit out there.
I am definitely into like the cartoon shit, so that's why I can't disclose my porn history to anybody. I'm not showing it. I like to watch the shit that I know that I'm never going to do, or I like things that I'm just like, damn, they did that. Wow.
Yeah, it needs to capture my attention.
Yes, I get the just wanting to see factor when it comes to certain things. I do completely get that. Tay, please elaborate, and then Lady D, and then Priscinda. I would love for you to.
All right. So what was the questions again? It was 3 questions.
Three questions. First question is, what does a man's or woman's porn history say about them? What's the wildest thing you've seen in porn? And what does a Band-Aid on the butt mean?
All right, a Band-Aid on the butt mean basically you got some type of gonorrhea, syphilis, and they had to give you a shot in the booty.
So that's the booty shot, but a Band-Aid.
Yes, that's basically what it means. That means that he probably caught syphilis or gonorrhea, because people catch that a lot.
People catch things. STDs are things.
That's why I wear condoms. That's why I strongly suggest people wear condoms.
Get tested and also get tested.
And the weirdest thing that you said, the
weirdest you've seen in porn.
The weirdest or the wildest?
I'm sorry, the wildest. My apologies.
That I've seen on a porn set.
Well, in porn, like watching a porn movie.
I don't really watch a lot of weird stuff, man. I'm not into I like regular.
What's wild to you? What is something you watch and you was like, damn, I'm surprised I even looked at that. I watched the whole thing. I didn't even think I was gonna do that. What is something that you looked at?
Perverse gangbangs. I want to try that. I want like 5
okay.
at one time. Like I've seen a scene with Johnny Sins. I'm like, he had them all stacked up. And he's eating one out. He's fucking one. He's sticking another one, eating another one out. Finger. He was wilding. I was like, oh shit.
Oh my god.
Try that.
But
that's a good one.
Lady D, I have a question. Okay, so what does a man's or woman's porn history, or pretty much what they look at online, what do you think that says about them when it comes to like their sexual taste and stuff like that?
I don't judge people when it comes to their sexual orientation, what they feel like watching, none of that. And I don't mind like when a man is open to with his sexuality and he want to explore and do all kind of things. So I don't know, girl. I can't really answer this. I don't feel like, oh, that's gay or that's not gay. You know what I'm saying? So
pause.
Yeah. So one thing I won't do is I can't just willingly watch 2 gay men have sex. I can't do it. I can't do it. It makes my stomach hurt.
Nah, but I'm good.
But yeah, if whatever people want to watch, they can watch whatever they want to watch.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah.
So,
I just say this. I respect the sites I went to because as I'm building this site now, I've been going to different sites and looking at how everybody's like building and stacking their stuff together. And kink.com, like the first thing that they have is like, I truly love the sites that put the links up, whether you want to click straight or gay porn on them initially as you go in. Because for me, and I'm sure for many other users, it just clarifies things. Like, unfortunately, I feel like what happens with tube sites, depending on who's, I guess, paying the bill at that moment, they decide to push certain things. You just like, you go into your Google site, either you're a talent, you're trying to upload, you're like, why is all this shit showing up? Or even if you're just going somebody to just watch something that you want to watch, you're still like, what? Sometimes it's so crazy. As much as we go into these sites and we type in things, even for Google, we type in things we want to look up and all this type of stuff. All of the shit that we didn't look for comes in our fucking faces as if they're just like, hey, we think you might want this. No, this had nothing to do with what I typed before. You should have just brought up the last search engine because that's what I was looking at before. Don't just suggest some shit that wasn't even near my search list before. Like, like the what they call them, insinuations, like those type of things, like the way that be kind of crazy to me. I'm like, damn.
That I seen was like a man. What is his name? Something award. I can't remember right now. Anyway, he like to, give himself fellatio.
Oh, so wow.
To me, that's and allow himself to bust. You know what I'm saying? So
to
me, that's wild.
What's the difference between him and me humping my bed? I guess
it's not out of the context. It's not something that I have to turn or shy away from. But it's just like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Lady D, I know who you're talking about.
That's something to see.
I know who you're talking about because I saw it.
Oh, King Noir, yeah, that's his name. I said something Noir. Yes, King Noir. Okay.
That is something to see.
That's wild.
Now I'm going to be looking for that. That is something to see. Oh my God. We have a couple more comments. Hold on a second. Chris Jones says, the wildest thing I've ever seen in porn is a female put a big, large cone inside her vagina or anything else that is big, giant size in her vagina. That's pretty wild to me. Yeah, I seen a female get fucked with a baseball bat. That was pretty wild to me. I was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah. Belladonna has one like that.
What about splinters? Does no one care about splinters? What?
Oh, you know, well, you guess what? I mentioned split as the when he had the idea before he was gonna do the fucking baseball shit, I was like, yo, what about splinters? Like, what if you give her splinters, right? This nigga said the baseball bat is laminated, so she's not gonna get splinters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but still. I think
That's
the
what
one
he
I saw,
said.
they put a condom on the bat.
No, he didn't. You know what? He actually didn't. You know what? He should have did that.
Yeah, you can do that. Like, you're not supposed to put vegetables and shit inside of you either, like carrot fucking or whatever.
Yeah, don't do that.
I've seen that eggplants because those have pesticides and stuff like that they use to grow that stuff.
Yeah, put a condom on it and it's fine. But my friend asked me the other day, "Oh, can I fuck myself with corn?" I'm like, "Don't fucking do it, dude."
Thank you, Ruby. At least use a condom if you think about it.
yeah, or buy a corn dildo. They have dildos for these things.
They do. They have like different shaped stuff every now and again. So, but one thing I did wanted to get to in regards to, I guess, the wildest thing in porn for me.
Wait, but you forgot to let me answer.
Oh yes, and then I was gonna go because I'm so excited to get to Shrek. That's who I'm gonna talk about.
Okay, we're gonna hurry up through this then. Okay, so first of all, she's dead ass wrong for throwing him out there like that. Because I think I heard you correct that they have a child together.
Yes, they
Don't
do.
put that shit out there about her father. Shout out to Fabio for the lap dance. Y'all can see it.
Oh yes, you were on. She was on Fabio Foreign scooter when he came to DTF.
No, he got on my scooter. And
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was on your scooter.
Thank you for that.
He was riding out.
Like I don't know what you can do. Nor is it my business. Nor is it my business. Because you've been sleeping with this man. Don't throw this shit out there like that. Like, because honest to God, having worked in the music industry for so many years, if I told y'all who was gay, it would blow your mind. You would not even be close to being ready. It's some of the hardest niggas ever. It's some of the hardest dudes ever.
Ain't it always that way?
And it would blow your mind. She need to stop that. Sit down. And as far as like the wildest thing you've ever seen in porn, I can't be the only one that fell down a porn rabbit hole. Like you start looking at something, then they suggest something. You're like, that looks crazy. Let me click on that. You know, and then the next thing you know, you down the rabbit hole. Now I'm looking at midget porn.
Oh, it took you to midget porn. That's what it took you.
Her history and said, what the fuck is this girl into? Like, look at all this shit she been. And it's just stuff I landed on because I went down the rabbit hole.
Keep following the rabbit hole. Go
Not even looking for like anything, right? But now I'm down a rabbit hole.
And you know what usually happens to me? And I didn't know. I was just gonna say when the internet suggests it or makes insinuations, but I like the idea of a fucking rabbit hole because that's exactly what it is. Because once you click, you're going down to wherever the fuck they want to take you.
Yes.
Now for me, I could say I'm a fan of cartoon porn, but to a certain extent, right? Because every time like you go on some tube site, you'll see like some cartoons fucking on the side. And sometimes it'll be like cartoon images of people. So maybe they may have a black dude and a white girl or a white girl, black dude. Like usually sometimes they have cartoons of people in some way, shape, or form. So for me, I'm excited. I'm like, okay, this is getting me in the mood, right? So I click that. And then now once I get to the page, guess what I see? I start seeing ogres. Like literally, they had Shrek on the page. They're ruining Family Guy for me at this point. This is not what I am here for. It just
that's why
goes like they had like a dinosaur fucking this girl, and I'm like, that I seen two people who was just carried. Like I just see people, and then now I'm here looking at Shrek, The Simpsons, Family Guy, and dinosaurs fucking each other. That's I feel like that's two different things, even though they're just saying it's cartoon. I'm like, we're not here.
That's why you have to look at midget porn. It was the best hour of my life because I'm like, this is amazing. Just seeing little people just flitting around doing all kinds of things because it's almost like a cartoon. I'm sorry.
Okay, so do you watch? Does it have to be all midgets for you, or does it have to be midgets?
Listen, I went down the rabbit hole. I wasn't looking for midgets. Google delivered midgets to me, and I went down the rabbit hole because I was like, well, now I got to look at this.
Right.
This is what's happening
now. Yes.
And then it was the best hour of fun and entertainment that I have ever seen. Now, the only thing I say about someone's browser history, like I went down the rabbit hole, and if somebody had to look at my history that day, it was not a good look.
They were going to judge me. I already know.
It was not going to be a good look. So you go down a rabbit hole. The only thing I would say, if I come across a man's browser history, which I don't look, because everybody's kink is what everybody's kink is. I don't know what it is for you, but right, like it is what it is. Unless I discover that you are in, you're looking at violent porn against women. Now I think you're a serial killer. And I can't fuck with you now.
Yeah.
Because it's a bridge too far for your girl.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let me get into some of these comments really, really quickly. Shout out to Alatrail62 that says, what the fuck? Yes, we're outside talking about porn stories and all other kind of shit. What just happened to my screen? He says she's going to backtrack. Oh, she's going to backtrack everything she said, even if that child support late. I think we're talking about shit. Kenneth C. Williams' tribulations in his own personal life. Outside of that, but Chris Jones says, what about Asian cartoon porn? They are interesting cartoon porn to me. A mental porn I don't mind watching. Midget porn is porn to a certain extent. Oh, so you're saying like certain things could be porn and certain things could not. I guess that's what it is. At it. And Kenneth C. Williams says, I would leave a splinter in Priscinda. So that's exactly what he is making very, very clear. That's what he would like.
Thank you again.
Do. So I wanted to move forward to the Cincinnati baby mama who got some road rage in her, but I guess for some people they would think that it would be a justified reason. She had seen some text messages from her baby father cheating on her with her sister. And so she went to a supermarket with him, dropped him off, and let him come out. And then she came to see him in a very quick manner. But unfortunately, someone lost their life. And, it's always not the person it's intended for, right? So that's the only unfortunate thing. But I wanted to ask you guys what you guys think about this story. In just a second, because there was a
Hamilton County grand jury has indicted Tavia Chapman on multiple counts, including murder and endangering a child, for killing an innocent man. He was simply walking into Kroger when he got caught in the middle of this violent encounter. Now, you can see Juwan Lunsford walking towards a car holding a grocery bag, and Christopher Griffith is seen using a cane heading into Kroger. Now, we're not showing the exact moment the two men were hit. The SUV plows into Lunsford first and then strikes Griffith. The driver has been identified as Tavia Chapman. She gets out of the car and begins beating up Lunsford, who's the father of her child. Griffith died from his injuries. Chapman was indicted today on 1 count of aggravated murder, 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of felonious assault, 1 count of attempted murder, and 1 count of endangering children. If she's convicted on all of these charges, she faces a possible sentence of life in prison.
Wow.
After she plows into these two people, killing the one man.
Yes. So we pretty much get the gist of what has been happening.
Wow.
This has been a story that a lot of people are, I guess they're not in shock about, because a lot of people, I guess, obviously go through situations like this every single day. But the end reaction and how it's handled sometimes happens a little bit differently. I had some questions for you guys in regards to this story. What was going through her? What do you think was going through her mind when she stepped on the gas? And can anyone explain a time where you were outraged over your partner's sexual actions? And last, what should have been her formula on how to move with this man after she's seen those text messages? Any of these questions?
I mean, there's a lot to unpack here. First of all, no, girl, not with the kids in the car. That's first.
The baby was in the backseat.
Like, don't do that, I think she was just in intense rage. And I have been saying this to men for years. Everybody laughs because I watch Discovery ID. And it's because you see what happens when one person takes that anger, that rage, whatever, to another level. Mm-hmm. You don't know what the outcome is going to be. Don't think that you don't have to be responsible for the shit that you put out there, sir. Mm-hmm. Because you could have fucked a bunch of different women. You picked her sister. Mm-hmm. You picked her sister.
That shit seems intentional, yo.
That you could have done this with.
She got out the car, was beating.
And then you're surprised. And then when you weren't dead enough, she jumped out the car and beat your ass. Like, dude, there are consequences to your actions. Please don't think there isn't. You know, what could she have done better? I don't know what you're supposed to do when you find out the father of your child is begging your sister. Because it's different when it's like some outside female. You know, we can think all the things that we want in our heads, you know, whatever that may be.
And they didn't say whether it was her little sister or older sister yet. So I don't know.
It doesn't even matter.
But either way, right.
It doesn't matter. It's her sister out of all the women. And so now the consequence of this action is somebody who had nothing to do with this lost his life. Because that's always the cautionary
And that's
tale.
the man that's walking across with.
Poor Mr. Griffin is minding his business, just trying to go to Kroger. And now he's caught up in this crazy. And now his family is traumatized. Your baby's traumatized. And you know I'm not going to tell V what I've done.
We take it to the grave.
You know I'm not going to tell that.
But I would like to know, Priscilla, like, what should have been her formula when she seen the text message?
What should she
have done next as soon as she seen those text messages?
As soon as she saw those text messages, that's when you reach out to your go-to person. Whether it's your bestie, your sister, you know, how V and I chop it up. Like, you know, when something happens, I'll call her, she'll call me, you know. Or when my grandma was alive, I would go to my grandmother and tell her everything that happened. You know what I mean? You know, you have to go to whatever your touchstone is.
Yeah.
Whatever that may be. Because obviously, taking it to the streets, look what happened. This man lost his life.
And now this little girl doesn't have her mom anymore.
Or her dad, because now it's a traumatic situation all the way around. She's traumatized.
Yeah.
And she's going to jail for a
they've already charged her. They aggravated counts of murder. Hold on 1 second. I had the entire story.
And if it's Kroger, that means it's in the South. Oh, your ass is going to be like busting rocks for many decades.
Yeah.
Many decades.
And
they put you in jail for writing a bad check in the South.
Yeah, it says a court. It says that she has been indicted for 2 counts of felonious assault, 1 count of attempted murder, 1 count of endangering children, 1 count of aggravated murder, and 2 counts of murder. So they said that she would definitely be doing life in jail if convicted. But I believe
that's done.
I think they're still waiting on that. But I wanted to get some input from you guys also on the panel. Lady D, 3 questions. If you can answer all one or some, whatever you could answer, I would appreciate that. Basically, what do you think was going on through her mind when she stepped on the gas? A time period where you may have been outraged over your partner's sexual actions, or what should have been her formula as soon as she's seen the text messages? What should she have done?
Okay, what was going through her mind was rage. She wanted to kill him. She was raging. She couldn't see nothing but red. That's number 1. So I grew up differently. I don't have those type of feelings towards no type of male that I've ever dealt with in my life. I've never had a jealous bone as far as like other women because of
when others were unable to help. Mariner Finance stepped up and literally saved our vacation. Not only have they earned our loyalty, but our friendship as well.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Maybe. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. I hear you.
Sorry about that.
I hear you.
Maybe not.
I can hear you. Yes.
Go ahead.
You can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So, so when I was younger, from 13 on, I went, I was a prostitute. I had pimps. I had, I was with a lot of hoes. So my lifestyle is different. I've never had to experience like, oh, you're not supposed to do that. All of that kind of stuff. One man dealing with multiple women, that was normal to me. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm older, since I've been married, I know stuff is not right, like, how I would have thought when I was younger, but I still don't think that I would have enough rage in my body to want to harm him nor my sister or anybody else.
Yeah.
So,
and you know what, even Chocolate, question? I understand that. On that note, I would say just, I'm too selfish.
Oh, that's the problem. I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me, but damn it. I just wanted to agree with you on that really quickly, because I just wanted to say I'm too selfish to do that to somebody, because I know that I'm going to jail afterwards, and I do not want to do time for you.
Yes.
I don't want to do that. As much as I probably would want to run over you at that moment, I know that it would hurt me, and and you would still probably go on and do that to someone else. You would still win if I sacrifice myself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't know.
Agreed.
Super, super crazy. Ruby, what do you think about this? And then Tay, I wanted to get to you. And Ruby. So what do you think was going through her mind when she stepped on the gas? A time where you were outraged over your partner's sexual actions, or what should have been her formula when she's seen those text messages?
So I think it's not even about like, oh, it's cheating, just in general. I think the thing that put her in that mindset is the betrayal. Like, how dare you do this to me? And we can all experience different forms of that, whether it's with a friend or our fucking bosses, or there's probably a million people that could piss us off in that way, in a deep, intrinsic, hurtful, personal way.
Yeah.
Not saying that that's an excuse to act like that. That's fucking crazy what she did. But, when you see red, I don't know. I mean, the worst I ever did, and it wasn't out of jealousy, because I also I'm in a non-monogamous relationship. I don't believe in monogamy. For myself, and I have had jealousy in the past, but it's never been anything crazy like this. But I did feel betrayed by my partner a couple of years ago in a different way, and the worst thing that I did was I destroyed all the food in the pantry. And then I threw 2 crock pots on the ground. I smashed the crock pots. So it seems so stupid, but
you missed those crock pots. You missed those crock pots.
Yeah, well, I bought some new ones, but
she had to replace them. See, that's why I don't destroy stuff.
Yeah, I had to learn that too.
I never did anything like that. I don't do that. Usually, I'm like, oh, I can yell about stuff, but I've never physically. That scared me, and it doesn't seem very like a big deal. But I was like, whoa, I never want to see that side of myself again. I couldn't imagine running somebody over. Couldn't imagine that. And I think to avoid that, you just have to, like Priscinda said, find your person. And go to someone who's going to center you and kind of bring you back down. Everyone's got a safe person. Unfortunately for this woman, it could have been her sister, and that's not a safe person anymore.
Oh,
because that could have explained why she's acting like that. I was in a position once where my sister and I weren't talking because of, it was because of her ex-husband. So no, I didn't do anything, but he did something. So he compromised my relationship with her for many years, and that hurt me in a way that. What he did was it paled by comparison what he did, so it could have been a combination of things, but you maybe have a backup person to talk to,
even your person that you may think has to have someone else as well.
I mean, and sometimes people don't have that, but find your person, find someone that you can talk to. Fucking talk to your hairdresser, like anybody, and definitely think about your kids first. I don't know why that wasn't the first thought in her head. And I'm a parent too, so it's hard for me to feel bad for somebody in a position where they would do something like that to their kids. But maybe
it was in the back seat during all of that, which is crazy because she could have sacrificed her baby's life, as well.
Oh, I know. Yeah. What if she hit a pole instead of another person?
And the pole fell.
She could have completely folded her car in half, and then what? So no sympathy for her in that way. But just everybody take a breather. No one's worth that kind of shit. Just fucking walk away. Just leave.
This is absolutely true. Tay, what do you think?
That girl can't be invited to no more family functions because you fucking people's husband.
Your family
no
members'
longer invited
husbands,
to
people
anything.
you know, your family members' husbands. They always want to talk about hoes and tramps and people who get money and shit like that. No. Don't worry about them because they don't know these people. They don't have no responsibility. No, it's these types of situations where y'all should be outraged. That's the messy shit y'all should call out when y'all want to call somebody a slut or a hoe or some dumb shit. No, not somebody who's out here making a business to get money. No, this bitch is out here intentionally trying to mess up relationships and shit. But Tay, please elaborate. What do you think was going through her mind when she stepped on the gas? Explain a time when you were outraged over your partner's sexual actions, or what should have been her formula after she's seen the text messages. Or I could ask you from a male's perspective. What do you think was going through his mind when she was driving that car?
All right. Okay.
What you want to do?
All right. First and foremost, I need to know the age of her sister because I feel like it's some type of pedophile thing going on. Like he messed with her because she was underage or something happened. I feel like it's more than just she was grown and they had this is some serious pedophile type of thing going on. It's a different level of mad for you to
think that's what it is?
Run over him, yes. To run over him and an old man, rest in peace to him because he had nothing to do with anything. He just an old man. I'm trying to go get me some. I'm about to go get me some crackers.
Going to get his groceries. Poor Papa going to get his groceries.
Papa just minding his business.
Yeah.
That's why she gonna go and he was a white man. No offense, but that was a black
girl.
Oh,
he's white. Oh, we're never gonna see that bitch again.
Yeah, it's over. I'm sorry, it's over.
We're never gonna see her again.
Like you have to really think about your life, man. Like you got to realize something. Like, all right, I understand us as men. Like a lot of times, all right, let me say this correctly. That I don't want to offend. I'm around all women. A lot of times, you women, y'all pick men that you don't know what type of man they were before they met you. Like some of these dudes, listen, some of these dudes you might think it was the man, but when they were like 15 through 29, they didn't get no ass. So now they're around you and you're kind of boosted their credibility, so they're able to get more girls that's hitting on them now. It's hard for them to say no because they wasn't getting pussy before. You know what I'm saying? So now you got
they want to hold on to it so tight because they never had it before.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing too, as a man, he should have knew better not to mess with anyone and his girlfriend's family or his wife's family or his baby mother's family. That's just part of protocol. You're not supposed to do that, and you know this. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you are a man. Like I said, at the end of the day, you can't. I'm not going to justify anything this dude did because at the end of the day, he broke protocol. First and foremost, you're not supposed to do that to your baby mom's family. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said before, I feel like it's some pedophile things going on because it was a different type of rage. It's not some, oh, you smashed my sister. It's, oh, you smashed my sister and she's 9. You know what I'm saying? So it's different.
Yeah, they have it.
I don't think that's what it is, Tay. I mean, just speaking as a woman and, having a sister.
It's a different level.
That is the ultimate betrayal. That's the only reason why I don't think it has like any kind of like pedophilia.
Run somebody over with a car though, like come on, man, like nah, that's different. That's a different thing.
I think that but see, they only in the stories they only mentioned that there was text messages exchanged with the sister. They didn't even say, well, they say cheating, right? That's all they say. They never even said the sister's name. They don't say any of those details.
Well, think about it, V. That bitch is trying to lay low because now we all know how nasty she is.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. She may try to use that shit now. The Tavia, the girl who did it, the girl who ran over, she may try to use that shit. If that girl is underage, that may be her only claim to fame.
And she's still going to jail because poor Mr. Griffin is dead.
She killed somebody who didn't even touch nobody.
Poor Mr. Griffin just going to the Kroger, trying to get soup and shit.
He trying to get soup for tonight's dinner.
Just trying to get some soup.
And everybody out here playing with him. And, rest in peace to that man. Because, everything happens for a reason in a sense. But maybe we need to see more stories like these. I feel like that we can really take an assessment on how people affect people. People think that they can go through the world and they think that their actions won't leave lasting effects on people, but they do. And sometimes it's never the impressions that you see.
That's why I said men need to be accountable for their actions.
That's
one thing.
That's all his fault. That's why I'm telling you, it's something deeper than he just smashed his sister. No, he smashed her sister and she was 9 or 10 or some real crazy shit happened. It's deeper than that. and he got her pregnant or something. Like he got her 15-year-old sister pregnant.
Okay.
What you doing, bro?
What's your craziest confession?
That'd be the shit. That would be the shit. We got a couple of comments. Hold on 1 second. Let me get to them before we get to the next topic. Shad P says she was moving shaky and it's the innocent old dude couldn't use his coupons at Kroger's. Yes, rest in peace to this man and his coupons, because I know he had them, because at a certain age you ain't going in there if you do not have coupons. So I respect it.
Yo, they just killed PNB Rock.
Are you serious?
That's serious.
Get the fuck out of here.
He got killed in LA.
Who?
My little brother
PNB
loves
Rock.
him. PNB
The rapper.
Rock. Oh my God.
Rest in
peace, man. Chris Jones says, I'm saying this, but what about the young women that are out there looking for older men, like in their 30s, 40s, and beyond? But these girls out here are 15, 14 before they reach the age of 18. I can talk about this. I know a lot about this. When I was young, even when I wasn't having sex, I was still entertaining people who were extremely older than me. And, you know, I knew it wasn't my responsibility, but even as a younger female, I looked at an older dude, was like, hey, I'm 14. What the fuck are you doing hanging out with me? I know I'm great because I'm 14. You're not 14. You are of age. If I was of age, I wouldn't be hanging out with me. Like, are you kidding me? I would be places with other people of age. Like, that's what I would, you know. But
shit.
sometimes when you grow up as a curvy girl,
let me say something about this. When I was 18, I started messing with older women. I've been going like that ever since. I was never a 22-year-old hanging out at the high school and none of that bullshit.
Yeah, I always hung out with people older than me.
And another thing too, like I said, I always felt like that's some real weird shit too. I'm 37 now. Like that's like me when women ask me what type of age range I'm looking for. If a man says like 18 and 21, that dude's some weirdo shit. What the fuck?
You're a pedophile.
What fuck you 37 and 40 looking for an 18-year-old? That's weird, bro. I need a woman that's been through some shit. I need a woman that's at least like 29, 28.
She been through some things.
Yeah, she understand that this shit is real. It ain't fake. There's a lot of these young girls. They still got that mindset that it's just like it's fairy tale. It's like a
you should. Know, but that's what I was gonna get to. You shouldn't be dating for age. You should be dating for, you know, how you guys can connect well, how you guys can be able to mesh well and gel well, or whatever the commonalities that you guys may have together. It shouldn't be. That's why I said for somebody to just say even blatantly 18 and 21. Where does the character come into that? Where does the you know, the daily traits that you guys would share together, or whatever that may be? What are the similarities beyond just, you know, you being interested in somebody 18 to 21?
A lot of them dudes, I'm gonna say this: the reason why a lot of those dudes want to focus on women that age is because they feel like their body count is low and that they can mold their vagina, and also that they feel like, you know, oh, I'm going to be a father,
or mold her,
or a daddy.
They want to mold her.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to mold no chick. I don't want to. You're not my daughter. I don't want to do all that. I need a woman
and that's what men have to see that.
She doing her, and then we just coming together, and we got things that we doing together. I got my own shit. You got your own shit. We come together like Reese's Pieces. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I say come together like Voltron.
Exactly.
Lady D, you said you had something to say just now.
I just said he's a pedophile.
Oh no, I was agreeing.
Okay,
that's nasty.
That's nasty. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, like the little girls that grew up on this block. Like one day, I'm watching from a distance. This old nigga talking to my neighbor's daughter. Now I know how old she is. So I pulled up and I said, "You take your ass home. You, sir, fuck you doing? What are you doing?" And now I'm going to target you in this neighborhood. Everybody. He's out
because
here trying
of what
to
the fuck you out here
children.
doing.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, you need to do that.
Get the fuck away from her, you old nigga.
We gotta call those out. Let me get to some of these comments really quickly. Showtime, shout out to Showtime is up and coming. He says she didn't care and she wanted to be vigilant, extreme. Talking about the baby mama from Cincinnati. Champagne says she was moving shaky and it's sad the innocent old dude. We did read that already. Sorry. Jada Legend Sports Media, new listener. Shout out to you. He says my man Taylor, salute to you. He says also that she needs to get locked up. I will agree, Jada Legend. Yeah. I will absolutely agree with that. Chris Jones says when he used to go to junior high school and also high school, he would mostly see the guys pull up in the car to pick up the young girls that was mostly my age. Could have been looked like older, claiming they wanted to give a ride to school, but I hardly ever seen the main drive an older woman at their age driving them off to work. Now, I'll be honest, I have lied about my age. I'm going to be fair. They were looking at me like I was a piece of meat. And did I lie about my age? Absolutely. Absolutely.
But they know we kids though. Like when I was younger,
and that's why
they knew we were kids. You know,
and that's what older dudes used to tell me.
Like little girls, they can't hold a full conversation like adults, even if they are mature for their age. They only can go so far as what they know, right? So it's just like you still know she a little kid, no matter what. Her body still is underdeveloped.
Literally,
you can tell that's a little girl.
One of my uncles literally said that to me. I was like, "Yo, I'm lying about my age." I said, you know, he only know what I tell him. He's like, no, he still knows that you're a kid. Literally, that's what he said to me. Literally. And at that age, I didn't really understand that until I got older. But the older person has a different set of eyes that the younger person can't see. The younger person has.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. A lot of those dudes.
They got the experience. So you should be able to see something different. That young kid could just be like, oh, this nigga come pick me up. But you are already the person doing the picking up. So you should already be able to see the entire situation and what it could be. And you can control it for it not to happen just because of the experience. So it's fucking crazy. Super crazy. I'm sorry. I'm ranting. My apologies, you guys. I get passionate about these things. I've been through things in life and sometimes it takes you somewhere. I've been that girl.
I feel you, boo.
Who's been young and just because oh my God. Telling myself, right? Story time. When I was 15, there was a guy and I used to call him Jaguar. I don't even know what kind of car he had, but it was a Jaguar car. I don't remember. Like it was like a gray car and it had like a little Jaguar in the front. This nigga used to live in Cambria Heights. And I never fucked him. And and you know what's so crazy? I was trying and this is where one time I was like, when you feel like you're young and you can handle things and you almost get close, you're like, oh shit, this is why we shouldn't put ourselves in these situations. If people don't know about Cambria Heights, it's an area in Queens, in New York City, very posh, very like residential houses. Like no, you know, it's like one bus, the Q5 pretty much like over there. It's like really like no trains and nothing like that in that area, whatever. And I remember like we went to the movies or whatever, and we were with groups of people. And I basically asked him to take me home, and he like tried to say like, "Oh, let me stop at my house really quick." And I'm young, them. Oh, okay, let's stop. You know, he's gonna take me home. I was like, "Oh, I'll just sit in the car on my phone type shit." He's like, "No, come inside." I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right." He's like, "Take a drink." Oh, okay. And like and for me, I had never been to this man's house before, but I had seen him several times. So I'm thinking like, oh, you know, it's cool. We just gonna hang out as we used to. I'm young, I'm cute. He should just want to entertain me without fucking me, right? This is what he should just do, right? You know?
Right.
And you know, as soon as I'm drinking, I'm sitting down on the couch, we're talking and stuff like that. Then he starts rubbing my thigh and shit like that. And I'm like, oh, I want to get ready to go. And then he's just like, well, you got to give me a minute. I told you I needed to, you know, pick up these things. I was like, all right, it's cool. That's why. And then like he went in the house and I felt like as I was sitting there on my phone, my drink in my hand, I was like, yo, he's playing me right now. Like he's trying to take time and do shit to keep me here. Like he's trying to like wait as much as he can. He's moving shit around the house, cleaning up. And I'm just mad young, like just fucking green as shit. Just like sitting there like, and I'm like, oh, he got to clean up. Like fucking stop.
Now it sounds crazy, right?
No. But anywho, yo, and this is why when you have family that care about you and they call you, sometimes things happen for a reason. It got to a point where I couldn't wait for him to take me home. And guess what my dumb ass had to do? I was like, hey, I gotta go. He's like, all right, but I can't leave now. I was like, all right, no worry. And I was always that person, but that's not always a good thing. So now I am 15 years old, standing in the middle of Cambria Heights. It's dark as shit outside. I got school tomorrow, and I gotta find my way home to East New York.
Yep. The mistakes of you. I mean, all young girls have
you know, I did take the bus to the train and make my way, but you know, I felt bad afterwards because I didn't even want to face myself because I felt like I showed myself to be a kid. Like I can handle this, I can do these things, and you know, I still have someone to answer to at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not as grown as I could portray to be, but he should have known that. And also, this is where, you know, other people coming in like that dude should have taken you home, even if he knew you was on the phone with your moms. He heard you on the phone with your moms. He just let you still leave at night.
Not have put you in that car.
Exactly, but
he's
it
a
is what it is.
pedophile.
Hindsight's 2020, but these are the situations that people listen to. But I wanted to get into another story that before we get on out of here, we're gonna get out of here very, very soon. Will coincide into the Ray J story right afterwards. I wanted to get you guys brief thoughts on that. Here's a lady who got interviewed on World Star, and she was asked about being in a train, and she had a very crazy confession, sorry, and she had a very interesting response in what she ended up saying. Hold on one second.
Confession.
My mom was in the room right next to me, right?
What's your crazy confession?
My mom was in the room right next to me, right?
Okay.
And there was 5 dudes at my house, okay?
Okay.
All of them trained.
Jesus Christ.
5.
Yeah, my mom didn't even care. Yeah. 5 dudes. That's what's up.
That's.
She belongs to the streets.
Whoa.
Okay.
She's just telling her life story, right? She is just telling her life story, right? Sorry.
Something's up with her mom.
Right. So I have 2 questions, right? Well, one question and then like a personal experience a little bit, right? So question is, why would her mom stay in the room for that event? And the second question is, what is the best sexual advice that you've gotten from a parent?
Oh,
okay.
Y'all, what can y'all not get over? Is it the train, the 5 guys, or the mom? Like
the
what,
mom.
what is it?
Her mama.
The mom being there. But you know what? Like, I have had friends where the mom tries to be so cool. Like, I'm the
She's
friend.
A cool mom. She's a cool mom.
But it goes too far, and then it's like gross. And at some point, I mean, I know a guy who hooked up with a mom and daughter at the same time, which is disgusting.
Guys do that too, like father and son. I've heard of guys like the father and son. They'll do somebody.
Yeah, or brothers or something. But like, there's something with extra wrong about the parent and the child, like in any sexual situation together. Oh, yeah, that's disturbing to me. I feel like that's crossing a line. Like, I don't even care that you want to get a fucking train run on you with 5 guys. Do whatever you want. Live your best life. But the mom shouldn't be chilling in the corner.
Yeah, she shouldn't be involved. She shouldn't be a part of that. What's the best sexual advice, Ruby, that you've received from a parent? It could be a direct parent, step parent, parent figure. What's the best sexual advice that you've received from someone?
I haven't really gotten a lot, so I don't talk to my dad, and my mom is a complete prude. She's very religious, and she was just abstinence only always. So I mean, I guess
that's the advice.
But that's not good advice. I don't think that's even good. I'm like.
We need more. Not just no, like
for
anyone. The pinnacle is probably use a condom. That's like the only. But you know what? That kept me safe for a long time. So there you go. Always use a condom, I guess. But I wish it was a little more juicy than that.
No, sometimes being straight and to the point and just giving necessary advice is better than anything. You know.
Well,
yeah.
Tay, you had something to say. Why do you think the mom would stay in the room? And what's some of the best sexual advice that you received from a parent?
The mom being in the room is weird as fuck. Honestly, and the crazy thing is, a girl like that, I probably look down on a girl that do porn. Like, oh, you do porn, but you're having dudes running trains on you with your mom. Wow. Anyway, but other than that, like, I just feel like, a lot of people look down on us for what we do, but they do crazier shit in their real life for free. Like, just to say that they did it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It'd be a dude looking down on me talking about, oh, you got your ass ate on camera, but you sucked dick before, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, you try to come at me like I'm gay, but okay.
You know There's always somebody who has something to say, and it's crazy.
But honestly, what else she says?
The best sexual advice that you received from a parent.
Wear condoms. Condoms work, man. You know what I mean? I'm 37.
Oh, I like that. Condoms work. Have faith in God. Yeah, condoms work.
Condoms work, man. You put it on the condom, you won't have a baby. Look at me. I mean, unless you pop it and you still nut. But if you pop it, you pull out. Like, let me change it. Put it back on. All right, boom. We go back to work. But my thing is too. Condoms work. I'm 37 with no kids, so trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
They do work. They do work. Condoms do work.
And I feel also too, like, with that mother-daughter thing, like, that is weird, man. It's like on some weird pedophile type shit. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, it's no way in hell. Like, my mom will allow my sister to hang out with 5 niggas in the room. Like, what the fuck, yo? Who the fuck are these now? Y'all gotta get the fuck out of here.
Right. I don't know any family member that would just like let that just rock on out. Like,
yeah, nah.
I'm pretty progressive and stuff, but I'm not down with that. As a parent, I'm like, no.
Like, you wouldn't want to, like, right? That gets kind of crazy.
Yeah, time and place, and I don't want to be involved.
Yes, Priscinda, please. Why would her mom stay in the room? And what's the best sexual advice that you've received?
First of all, that mother is very disturbing. Like, just the thought. I don't even know what the fuck is wrong with her. I don't even know what's wrong with her. I'm thinking, and this is just me, like there's some kind of drug abuse and alcoholism going on. Probably. Because there's no way. Like, all doors were open whenever I had like a boyfriend over. And
you sit on the couch, they look at you.
Sally would be screaming the most embarrassing shit from her bedroom.
Oh gosh.
Like, I know he don't think you're gonna be staying here much longer, does he? You know,
all eyes on him as you
should
be.
And she would just, you know, because you could see from the living, and she just eyeball him.
Game now.
Like, yeah.
Oh god.
Stay your ass on that side of the couch, bro. Like,
get him in place.
When I was officially an adult, right? Like, I had a boyfriend. He was visiting me from Long Island. And my mom just started yelling out, like, when 9 o'clock came. She was like, yeah, the last train on the LIR.
Just so you know, when you're leaving.
And start gathering his little shit. She was like, I know he doesn't think he's staying overnight here.
Just so you know when you're leaving, if you was
just
unsure.
So you know what time you're going, and that would be now. That would be now.
Look,
as far as
the best sexual advice,
lady, and you all are right. You know, people who do porn are judged, but if everybody read her body language, you could see that she was not good with what happened to her. Look at it again. And when you see what that whole thing that she did with her body language at the end, she wasn't good with what happened to her.
she threw her. Hold on one second.
She was not good with what happened to her. She wasn't.
That's a crazy confession.
My mom was a hold on, Priscinda.
Sometimes you have to read more than what people are saying. And I'm a good listener. So I pay attention to your body language. She was not good. Look, that's not a sign of somebody that's good. That's not a sign.
Well, she's definitely drunk.
That's not a sign. Wouldn't you be if you had an unexpected train ran on you?
Oh my God.
I mean,
right, because if I'm gonna get a train ran on me, it's gonna be an actual film. I'm gonna sell this. People are gonna buy it.
She's not doing any of that. And I don't think her body language was screaming, I'm good with that. Best advice my mother ever gave me. And she said this all the time. Don't let your ass write a check your body can't cash.
Goddamn right.
Don't let your ass write a check that your body can't cash. Meaning, don't put yourself in a situation where you will be compromised sexually into doing something you don't really want to do.
Yeah.
So don't put yourself in that position. Yeah. And she was right.
This is absolutely true.
She was right.
Get to some of these comments before we get to our last topic, which kind of covers exactly what we're talking about right now. Champy says some of these grown men can't hold a conversation in this day and age, and niggas gonna be foul if given the opportunity. Absolutely true. Champy also says we can't leave these nasty old women out too, preying on these little boys. Yes, Champy, that is absolutely true. And
very true.
As well. And she says, who the fuck was these 5 dudes just chilling at the house to even have the tray? Right. Didn't even think about that part. But exactly.
Wait,
exactly. Exactly. Oh my God. She says, Champy says, moms is trifling. You let your daughter get ran through like that. Chris Jones says, did the mom play the 5 Guy entertainment with her daughter? Oh,
Ew.
Oh my God. And Sheppy says, or maybe they hit the moms first, then they hit the daughter for round 2.
Oh, ew.
It says 2 different kinds of words. I can't. And he says, you can tell she wasn't a black mom. Room doors stay open. You got that right.
Wide open.
You got that right. Now I wanted to get to our last
Black
subject.
moms do it too.
I'm sorry.
Black moms do it too.
Oh, you know what? Anything. You know what? Anything can happen day and age.
In different day and age. That woman trying to be the cool mom.
Yeah. Yeah, because some parents overextend themselves by trying to be cool and comfortable. And I feel like that's kind of what happened with the Ray J and Kim Kardashian drama that has been happening recently. We're not going to watch all of Ray J's streams because he's a terrible commentator. All of the internet was trying to figure out what the fuck was happening. But basically,
it's powerful and shows that we are working together for the future of our children and families to get out of the internet. Nothing. I'm just telling my truth. Like, I don't know. I don't care what this shit do to anything or anybody, but I can't sit at home and let her like lie about some shit that we supposed to all be 100. Like I take responsibility for whatever bad shit I did, whatever when it came out. All right, you gotta take the same responsibility. Like we was in this shit together. And this is just the beginning of it. Like, I'm gonna haunt you guys. Wherever you go, as far as like trying to lie on me, I'm gonna haunt you. And already breached the contract by why y'all trying to say y'all got kids. Like, yo, that's some demonic shit. And y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Like, waiting for God to tell me when they gonna do what it's gonna do. Did I know it was gonna be tonight? No. How much longer? But I'm gonna leave it at that for a minute. If somebody was doing that and I was looking for somebody, like, so ain't nothing on it, nigga. That's a problem. You get what I'm saying? But it's all just bullshit. Here's the bottom line to the shit with me just keeping it real. They ain't responsive to you. If you Google it, if you Google like all the shit from the past, I've never admitted I did nothing. They said, Ray, what's up? You know, man, I just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm dancing around. And then after the show with Brandy, I want to just go evil and go, he did this to us, like literally behind the scenes to like the most important people in the game. And we still here, though. Like, we still here.
Shout out to the black man still being here.
What the fuck is he talking about? He is exhausting. Is he special needs?
You know, well, Priscinda.
Is he special needs? I can understand. Is he?
And the only reason why I'm standing, the only reason why I am standing behind Ray J.
What is he talking about? I am
standing behind Ray J in this moment because he is dragging the witches, the Kardashians.
But he didn't make the point.
Yeah, and he's a terrible
somebody like me that just seeing this. What in the fuck are you talking about, dude?
And you know, he had Priscilla, he had 3 different lives. So he had like 3 different videos, and each video is like 45 minutes long.
No, I won't watch it for 45 minutes.
Each of the videos are like 45 minutes long, and it's super crazy. So what's happening is basically he is now coming out to say that there is then more than one sex tape. Okay. According to this story, it says that there's actually more than one sex tape, and that Kris Jenner brokered a deal for him and Kim to receive $400,000 each. It was not $5 million as allegedly the Kardashians are claiming.
Everybody knows that Kris brokered that deal.
Yeah.
And do you really think, as much of a pimp as that woman is, that she wouldn't have more than one tape?
Mm-hmm. And he's saying in this video live, he's saying that they did a scene on their own, and she said to go back and shoot another. She watched the tape and she went back and told them, you guys need to go shoot another tape.
Yes, it's Kris. Yeah,
I find that uncomfortable. What's the difference between her and the mom who watched the train?
None. Kris Kardashian Jenner is the best pimp I have ever seen.
She's outside.
I mean, because she got all those tapes of all those Kardashian girls when they used to look like monkeys with all that hair. no ass. She got all those pictures scrubbed. You can't find one.
I know. Even these pictures,
that is
like
the mark of a fantastic pimp. But Ray J, you need to get to the point in less than 45 minutes. Because I'm not hanging out for you for 45 minutes.
I think, let me tell you something, Priscilla. I think that Sonia Norwood is a better pimp.
Oh, okay.
I think Sonia Norwood is a better pimp because the Kardashians, they need Ray J more than he needs them.
They have no talent.
Exactly. They need Ray J.
At least,
they needed Ray J then because
are,
he was somebody and they were, you know, they weren't
right. That. And at least, you know, the Norwoods, they're talented. They have talent.
Yeah.
The Kardashians all are famous for doing absolutely nothing. Now I've not seen a single talent.
That is one of the questions. Well, one of the things I wanted to ask you guys, if you had to give porn stars an advice on how they should spice up their sex tapes, what's one thing that you would want them to do differently or add to, or, you know?
I've been dying to say this.
Yeah, so clearly Kris Jenner seen the first sex tape and she was like, no, y'all need to redo this. There was something that she's seen and she was like, no, we need to do this over. So what is it that for you guys? You know, Tay, please.
Can I go first? Better looking men, because I like to watch black men in porn. Better looking men,
more black men,
because they always look like somebody I would not fuck for $1 million. Like just so, because to a woman it's not sexually pleasing, you know, to see here comes this frog and this is a beautiful girl lying here, and now here he comes.
I know his big old belly.
Like you just have to just divorce
his big old belly. She's just cute or whatever, and his big old belly just destroying everything.
And then here he comes, and you're like, there's a lot I'm gonna have to ignore right now. So just personally, for those of us that are viewers, as straight women, can we just get some better looking men, please? Because that's one thing about gay porn. They don't even play that shit.
As soon as
gay porn, they don't play that. Like everybody's gonna be hot looking. We've got to get it together, people.
I respect that. Tay, what say you? The advice that you would have as far as like, what do you think that porn stars should do differently, or what do you think? What do you want to see as far as new sex tapes and shit like that?
Like with me personally, I don't even talk about other people. I'm gonna focus on myself because me, I'm in the process of rebranding, so I'm actually focusing more on different camera angles and focusing more on the woman. Because me personally, when I watch porn or just people, I know that support myself is that they focus more on the girl. It's more about how hot she is and what I'm doing to her. So I'm just focusing on this part of my body and down and what the hell she's doing. That's it. Mm-hmm. And maybe a little bit of acting here and there, boom, 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 whatever. But for the most part, I'm like I said, I'm in the process of rebranding, doing everything different. I'm about to start having girls wearing my own little merchandise in the scenes and this, that, and the third. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of different things going on, but that would be I'll focus on the camera angles, the lighting, and make sure they see the right shit. Because a lot of people think it's like the reason why they're not a lot of sexy men in porn, because sexy men often don't have the penis that they want. They want dudes. They care about size. They don't give a fuck about what you look like. You could be ugly as hell. If you got 15 inches, they're gonna use you. They tell me all the time I need to focus on getting in better shape. So that's what I've been focused on. So
Vanessa, I'm really excited to hear what you think.
You know what's crazy? I'm corny, right? Because I depending on where I am in life, that turns into what my desires are. So I've been in a more sensual phase, so that's kind of what I want to see more. And unfortunately, with a lot of porn, it's not really a whole lot of that. But if you do see that, you'll see it's always an agenda behind it. So you'll see a lot of alphabet porn that shows like the sensual scenes with niggas on each other and shit like that. Like I can't remember the last time I really seen niggas kiss a female in porn. I see niggas shoot they cum shot into a bitch mouth more than kissing her.
You know
way
what?
More than kissing her.
You're right.
Or rubbing on her or massaging her whole body.
I've only seen one porn tape that was very sensual.
I've seen
and
so
I wish
many
I could remember who it was, but you're right. You don't see a lot of sensuality.
Yes, close-up kissing, just panning along the body, just sensual looks, like leading into the sex. And
well, the man is so ugly, we don't care. Like he's so unattractive. It's like, yeah, you know what?
But see, that's what happens to me. Because let me tell you something. The only porn that I see real sensuality in is usually like white porn, lesbian porn, that kind of stuff. And it's usually a bunch like white girls and stuff like that. But and for me, that's not what I'm into. So I'm like, damn, they doing the sensuality shit, but these are not the people I'm looking for. I'm looking for a black man and a black woman. That's just what I like to look at. So when it comes to seeing that from black men and black women, it's always rough, hard. He fucked the shit out of her. He bent her over. It's always some wild, crazy shit. There is not enough sensuality, and I feel like that is distorting the reality of younger people who may watch porn, because that's not the only form of sex that exists. So I feel like when young boys see all of this wild, crazy, hard fucking core porn, they think that their first encounter with a female has to be that, and it can go either way. Either she can slap the shit out of him and they can get the fuck out of here with all that hard ass shit, or she may get turned down and start liking it, aka me, who likes to get slapped for whatever reason. I don't know, but not really slapped. I really like chokes, so niggas do not slap me because you would get slapped back. But I just wanted to really elaborate on what happens. Like, I feel like when people start to watch porn and they pick up things, and I feel like sometimes the most of what's being showed, that's probably what's going to be picked up as more often that people going to keep looking at it. Like,
that's a good point.
I don't know, but I do want to see some more sensuality. I want to see men massaging women. Hey, women massaging men.
I like that.
Get some everything other than penetration. Can we get something other than penetration? Something that we can put on 7 o'clock news. Something.
I'd like to see that.
I'd really like to see that too. I'm working on some stuff, but that's just me, my personal, like, because for me, I am a porn connoisseur. I do like watching porn as much as I like creating it and all those things behind the camera and everything. So for me, I do enjoy seeing different sides of porn. And for me, I started to because where I am in my life, I like all that sensual stuff. I can't get stimulated just by penetration. I need you to work this up. I need us to either have conversations, have experiences, have, all of these other things. So I think that should be translated in porn in some way, shape, or form, even if it's for a moment, even if it's just for like 20 seconds or something like that.
Can I add one more thing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's writing these scripts. As a writer, I will put myself out there, please, because that dialogue.
I got your pizza.
That dialogue is so lame.
Bow chicka wow.
It's really lame. That's why the whole bow chicka wow wow became a thing.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Chris Jones says, I like seeing big emojis around people's faces when they're having sex and porn. Like, I really hate that, or having big emojis on faces of people's bodies. Absolutely. That and watermarks. Oh my God. Your watermark sometimes for me can destroy the video. If I'm watching it too much, I am now distracted. And guess who doesn't want to see the video? Me.
Yep.
I understand that you need a watermark and everyone has to sell what they need to sell and obviously label the things that they have. But to a certain point, if you have to put the watermark video, I feel like it's destroying the art just a little bit. Like I don't know. That's just my perception.
Distracting.
It is distracting. It is. Shampoo says that girl in the last video needed Chris as her mom. She might have had some coins. Yes, the girl who had the train ran on her.
Oh,
yes, she needs Chris. She needs to call Chris. Chris needs to adopt her. Shampoo says Ray J going through a divorce and he's still pressed about this whack ass sex tape with Kim. I know.
Hello.
Tell me about it. Oh. Shampoo says you can tell she wasn't a black mom. Room door stay open. We did read that. Let's get ready to get on out of here. This has been an amazing shout out. Shout out to Ruby and shout out to Lady D. Shout out to you too.
Picture.
Yes, let's get one quick picture. I'm gonna take some screenshots from the show as well. 1 second. Let me get this comment off. 1, 2, and absolutely. This is your girl Vanessa Smilez, Priscinda, and Tay. We are here. We are signing out. Lady y'all. Bye.